Dear viewers, welcome to Sip and Chat. My name is Atim Sijin, and today with me is gonna be Natty P. Natty P is one of the best local artists, and he has been doing good. Natty P is a hit maker. He has some beautiful songs, one of which is Achol. Achol, Kwan Phone Ma, Eyinga, Yakurura Ma, a lot of good songs. Natty P is in Nairobi, and he started music way back in Kakuma, refugee camp, and it has been more than 10 years of doing music. So we're going to talk to him about his music journey today on Sip and Chat, just to get to know about how he started his music, where he is right now, and what are his next plans. So Natty will join us shortly from Nairobi, and we'll be sipping and chatting with him live on Sip and Chat. So basically, Natty is a friend. We grew up together in Kakuma refugee camp, and he's someone who saw life in music. He's someone who was passionate about music, and he kept doing music back in the days, and he struggled on. Given the fact those days in Kakuma, it was a little bit hard. There were no finances to do music, but despite all those difficulties, Natty was able to make sure at least he, put some hits to his name. And for that matter, we'll ask him to reflect on his journey as a musician, to reflect on his journey as a refugee kid who grew up in a refugee camp with a passion of doing music and making it, hopefully internationally. So Natty is living his dream. He's doing very good, and he has so many songs. We'll hear from him. I don't want to be talking about him, so we'll bring him here and then we'll hear about his story. Let me reach out to him, and then I'll get back to you guys. Natty might be connecting currently, and then we see how it goes. Okay, as you guys know that Sip and Chat is a youth platform that talked about youth activities, and we have decided today to sip and chat with Natty P. Natty P is one of the youth who is doing very good in music, as I said earlier. Not only music, also Natty P is an activist. He also put his voice into a lot of activism work. He has worked before with Anna Taban and other platforms, other youth platforms. He's based in Nairobi, doing a lot in Nairobi. We'll hear from him. Apart from music, what else is he doing in Nairobi? So I'm trying to connect with him. Please bear with us as we do this connection live from Nairobi, and as we bring to you this wonderful sip and chat session with Natty P. All right. Natty P is having connection issues, but is joining us shortly. Just to also do some few announcements. Okay, Natty P is already here. Yaman, Natty P.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Cool. How are you doing, bro?
I'm good.
Yeah, I've been saying Natty P is one of our young South Sudanese artists who started his journey in Kakuma refugee camp. Back in the days when there was no money, there were no finances, and he struggled on until today. Tell us briefly, who is Natty P?
Okay, yeah. Natty P is a South Sudanese artist. Apart from music, Natty P also do art. Natty P is a businessman.
I like that.
Yeah, Natty P is just another normal human being like others.
Okay, good. Before we go to that, Natty P, before we go to all the things you're doing, I want you to go back a little bit. Let's go to Kakuma. When did music hit you? I know you in Kakuma, we were together, we used to play football and all that. But when did that idea of music came into your mind?
Okay, to be honest, maybe a few friends that were close to me, they know how I started it. Like these songs of Fije, Zero, the other songs.
Yeah.
Like I was among the creative guys that always come up with these ideas. But now there was no access to studio. You remember how life used to be in Kakuma?
Definitely.
Yeah, but now when we get like one studio that UN was having in there in Kakuma town, we used to go and request for beats so that we freestyle during HIV AIDS day, like side occasions, so that's how I started my music.
Okay, Natty, which one was your first song? You have a lot of songs. Even me, I don't know which one was your first song. When did you sit down and write your first song, and which one was it?
Okay, to be honest, even it will be hard to recall my first song because, like I told you, all these songs that we were making for jokes in Kakuma, also I was part of them, So, but my first my first professional song that I first went in the studio. I can remember it was a hip hop song. The title was "Call Me Hustler," something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that was interesting. But one of the songs I like about your journey was Achol 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 Kwany Phone Ma. Eyinga Jakrura Ma Da. Tell us briefly what was. By then it was one of the hit songs, and I can recall when we were in custom in Juba, me and yourself and plus other colleagues, we used to listen to the song and we're like, man, you are going far. It was one of the songs that I love so much. So tell me about Achol Achol.
Okay, yeah, how Achol came up. There's a time we were invited to go and perform in front of like 900 soldiers in South Sudan. By that time, now we had this song that I was telling you was my first song. It was in English. Yeah, so most of people could not understand my lyrics. And one of the leaders there challenged us, like, you kids of nowadays, at least next time, we should consider even put like Dinka chorus or a language that you will understand. Then you rap those Lil Wayne things that you can feel, yeah? Yeah, so when I came back to Nairobi, that was like a homework to me. And Achol song just came, just came. It's like, back in the days a song can just come, but nowadays you listen to the beats, you vibe, yeah? But back in the days it was something that just come naturally. Yeah.
So which year was that? Which year did you record that song?
That here I recorded Achol. I don't know, was it 20s? Was it 2007 or something? I cannot really recall. Yeah, but it was long time. And then and then after maybe sometime like 2 years, that when the song started cooking and people start liking the song. But it was.
By then, until today, and I still have it in my phone, and I love it. The song doesn't get old. It's one of the best songs that you have done so far. And I know you have other songs like A Book. And I was like, from Achol to A Book, come on. So tell us, how did you live from Achol to A Book?
Actually, when I was doing the promo for my song A Book, people thought that I was singing about a girl.
Yeah.
But now, as an artist, you always have to think out of the box. So that time I wanted to confuse people a bit. That's when I came up with a book which was not a love song. It was just for this game called Libyo. Yeah, so it hit people by surprise. So as an artist, you have to surprise your fans always.
Okay, but also when I listen to A Book, and we used to play Ludo in Kakuma. We used to play Lidio, especially when we are bored and there's nothing. You play Lidio and all that. When we used to do it, that thing for Lidio, we used to do it. So your songs are almost about your bringing your stories in real life. Like if you look at Achol, if you can relate. That time people were going to Australia, to US, and there were a lot of, that time phone also came up, so there were calls, you are dating a lady or a man who is in Australia, and there's that kind of conversation. So it can link with the real life. The same thing to A Book. Me as a child in Kakuma, I can relate with A Book because we used to play Lidio a lot, and that makes sense to me. So do you select your songs based on your life experience, or does it just come as talent in your mind and you just do it, or is it based on reality that you have gone through?
Okay, sometimes if you are an artist, sometimes a song can just come, yeah. But sometimes also when we are composing songs, we have to extend our hands to the listeners, yeah. Maybe there's something that the listener wants, and maybe you don't want, but we are doing music for other people. So
definitely.
So if you listen to also outside, like your environment or what others can relate, that's what you consider like a song.
Wow, that is interesting, Natty. Tell us, what are you doing in Nairobi? Because you came some few months ago, we had a chat, and then you went back. It's like you're doing something. It's good for us to know also. What are you doing in Nairobi as a businessman?
Okay, to be honest, first of all, I'm a student. Yeah, I'm a student. I'm trying to do mass communication.
Wow.
Yeah, plus also maybe I've been a bit lost in the game because I want also to, in future, to manage some other artists.
Okay.
So that they should not face what I was facing. Yeah, I just want to be like a pioneer, like to create way to where I did not reach, to make others reach as well.
Okay. How are you doing that? How are you doing that now? Because I'm seeing your background, you're in a studio. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm in the studio always. Yeah, I'm in elevator.
So that
record.
is your studio. That is your studio,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay, tell us briefly about Elevate Record, because you know it's not easy to start up a studio in Kenya, and you manage it. You have a studio in Kenya, and this can also encourage other young artists, you know, to at least come and perform and also do their songs. And you said earlier because you were struggling at your time, and you don't want someone else who's coming behind you to go through the same thing. How did
yeah,
you
yeah.
go about this issue of the studio in Nairobi? How did you achieve it?
Okay, to be honest, when you are an artist,
Hmm.
you want also to prove. We have parents as well. So,
Hmm.
some have to convince your parents or to prove to them that whatever you give that you didn't do by God,
Your audio is
there's
not
a way.
your audio is not very clear. Can you bring your maybe your phone is far from you or something? Okay, yeah, now you can.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm saying,
Hmm.
as we as South Sudanese, the way we take music, maybe our parents, for example,
Hmm.
especially this urban music like the one that we are doing,
Hmm.
people take it in a negative way.
Yeah.
So, for us to convince them is that we can make something of whatever we are doing, even if we don't depend always on events, because even events sometimes they are done by favoring people where they are from or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the only way to go is just you to try, because we have few friends, huh?
Hmm.
And you have friends who support whatever you are doing. When you
Yeah.
have any idea of doing something, they will come definitely and support. Because I
Yeah.
remember, like when I started my career, I posted on my Facebook, like, God, please, in future, let me have a studio.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then there's a time also I posted on Facebook, like, nowadays, family, it's very hard for someone to support you to achieve your dream.
Yeah.
People always collect money when you're gone, yeah.
Hmm.
So that I think that post hits one of my friends, huh?
Hmm.
And then he saw it. Then he was like, "No, bro, that is wrong." Then now from there we start communicating. He
Hmm.
went and inboxed me, and then now we start being friends, huh?
Hmm.
And then now that's how I shared my idea, and he also shared like how he can support. So it was not just like it was me only. There's some
Hmm.
people who also came in to support the idea. Yeah, yeah. And since
Okay, that
Natty
is.
is a man, Natty
Mhm.
is just like the Elevate CEO. Yeah.
Wow, that's good, man. I wish you all the best, and I know it's going to grow. It's been a
Yeah,
while, and you've been pushing it, so wish you all the best there. Naripi, how many songs do you have currently? Because you've been doing music, man. It's more than 10 years now. So, do you keep record of the number of songs you have done so far?
oh, ever since I started my career, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think there are many, because last year only,
Mm-hmm.
here in Elevate Records, so far I have like 42 collaborations with young artists.
Mm-hmm. 42 in
Yeah,
one
so
year.
yeah, 42 collaborations, like put me a verse, a chorus, like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So also when I start counting, maybe Natty has like 100 plus songs. Yeah?
Yeah.
But the ones that are officially out, there are few.
Okay.
But people don't know that I have a lot in store.
Wow. So, what is the next plan? You are now managing a studio. You're a businessman. You're a student of mass communication. I'm surprised to hear that today. Though we are so close, but I never knew. So that is very good, bro. Keep it up. So, what is the next step in Adipi's career as a musician?
Okay, apart from the studio, we also have a boutique
Okay.
in town, in Nairobi town,
Mm-hmm.
called Elevate Collection.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, but personally, as me, I'm trying also to venture into fashion industry,
Okay.
because, like I told you earlier, I also do art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I also want to have my own designs. I also have to create my own designs instead of wearing maybe Palm Angels or Gucci. So I also want to have my brand. Yeah.
Wow, that is a very big, beautiful dream, and of course I know whatever you want to do, Nadipi, you can achieve it because nothing is impossible as long as you have the dream in you. So,
Amen.
what are the challenges you have faced all these years of your career? What are the challenges that you can say, yeah, this far I've come, I've faced like one, two, three challenges.
Okay, the challenges, to be honest, is just like in our industry. Yeah? You know, in our industry, everyone is on the same level. Even if you record one song today, yeah, and then it's a hit, because at the end of it, apart from having fans, we all have our relatives who will support, yeah. But now, if the challenges is that people should also consider, like, if Natty is putting effort or any other artist is putting their effort to create something, you should have to also respect and value them like the way you are respecting Diamond Platinums when it comes to the, you know?
Yeah.
Because
so that's a serious challenge.
yeah, it's a very big challenge, but people have to wake up and start doing it. And we can't blame anyone, it just has to change it.
Okay. That's quite interesting. Now, if there are three things no one knows about you outside there, this part of Sip and Chat sessions, we always ask our guest, what are three things that nobody know about Natty? Even me as your friend, I don't know. What are three things that you can feel like these things nobody knows about them? Three things.
Okay, maybe one thing, maybe you might know one thing. Huh? Natty is this shy person. Yeah?
That I know.
Yeah, I'm shy. Maybe that's why maybe I speak through music. That is
sure.
one. Yeah.
Two,
Natty play soccer.
Okay, that I know too, but our audience might not know. Yeah, that is true. The last one.
The last one. Let me try to think.
All right, it's okay. You can think. Natty.
The third one, I think it's art. Like the way I told you, I do art. Yeah.
So, yeah. Natty, in the industry as a whole and as South Sudanese, I know you are growing your music both in South Sudan and outside South Sudan, which is very good because you will have audience on. I've seen your songs being danced on by people who are not South Sudanese, and I've seen you performing in big stages where not only South Sudanese are participants or are audience. So that means you are marketing our South Sudanese music outside our circle, which is very great. So what do you say about our South Sudanese music competing in East Africa? Because now, we are talking of, we have challenges when it comes to, being on the same level as our neighboring countries. What do you say about that?
Yeah, what I can just say is like, South Sudan, people don't know categories, yeah? Like, there's urban music for mainstream, and then there's also local. Maybe for example, now Natty can do a song in Dinka, but it's hip-hop, it's hip-hop or dancehall, that is mainstream. Because even if you hear these Niger songs, not everyone that you can hear. Yeah, but now South Sudan, it's about time that we start doing what these other people are doing, no matter the language. Even if you do in Arabic, but you have to do urban music that these people also can relate, can dance.
Definitely. Yeah. That makes sense. Who is your favorite artist in South Sudan? Someone you can say, okay, yeah, so and so is good. You impress me.
Okay, to be honest, someone who inspired me in South Sudan is not an artist. Is who? Yeah, okay, someone who inspired me to do whatever I'm doing now, it's Dr. John Garang, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, because it was for everyone. And also when you are an artist, you're also for everyone.
Yeah. Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, if you are to be given a chance now to change the music industry in South Sudan, what will you do? What is one thing you can say, okay, fine, if I'm given the power, I can change this in the industry, in my industry?
Okay, when I get that chance, I think I will not think about myself, because out there are people who are very talented.
Yeah.
And they don't have access to studio or even anything,
Yeah.
And that's why I was telling you I'm trying to study artist management as well.
Okay, that is interesting. All the best, bro.
So if I'm given a chance, because now maybe you want to support other people, but you don't have that enough power,
yeah.
I will just sign someone. And
based on their talent.
Yeah, based on the talent, I don't care where it's from, Yeah.
That's cool.
I will just sign someone.
Okay. So Natty, I don't want us to go without. I'm a fan of Achol. You can choose either to sample for another Achol or any other song. Just 2 minutes. sample freestyle, yani, before we go off.
Okay, yeah. Since the Chol is your favorite song,
Uh-huh.
yeah, wetin na chajo tumakacha. Kideka we one me tinya kopi akacha. Ako yung upole kulate kaya lata.
Yalata.
Yeah, let me bring you back now. What I'm doing.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah. What I'm doing is like Inca flow, rap pioneer, Fansa Tian Muksulia, Salvatore Yan Muksot, Pachanway, appoint Minister of Rap, Yoy, Kabikanyon, NML Rat, Abakatanol, anything me like a dot, Bongo Talakapimato.
Wow. That's a good one, man. That's a good one, man. I don't know where you get all these things when you in person you're a very quiet person, but when you start singing or rapping, you become someone else, man.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Shukran. Like I told
All
you,
right. Uh-huh.
you know, like Moses was a stammerer, but he's the one who got Israelites out of Egypt, you know.
Yeah.
So God always give us some stronghold that people don't think. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Natty P. Dear viewers, this was Natty P, our one and only Natty P, who is a very good musician. He has been journeying since Kakuma days doing music, and we've been sitting and chatting with him about his journey, about his plans, and about his dreams. So thank you, and see you next time, Natty P, and have a good day. Have a wonderful time, bro.
Thank you for having me. Bless
My
you.
pleasure, bro. My pleasure. Thanks. Bye. All right, viewers, as you've heard from Natty P, he has been starting his journey way back in Kakuma. He's been doing music. It's challenging, of course, but he has been going, trying hard to be who he is today. Natty P is also a businessman, and I'm surprised today he's also trying to study. He's doing mass communication, and Natty P is also somebody who wants to venture into, into modeling and into businesses. So he's a young person that is growing, and we're so proud of him. Thank you for viewing, and thank you for your comments and your likes on Sip and Chat. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, Sip and Chat Television. Also follow us on Facebook page on Sip and Chat. Also like us on Facebook page. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful time, and stay blessed. Thank you. Have a good weekend.